Hi, it's a rainy day here in Houston. It's the 8th of March. I hope that this video will help brighten up your day. I know that rays of sunshine seep into our lives in a lot of different ways. For me, it is doing some of these videos that make me smile inside. I spent a lot of time thinking about different things in my business and how I could help others with their business. We all know that I'm always speaking about your relationships with others, helping others to provide help for yourself, to gain growth through doing that. I preach it all the time. My name's Tony Gambone, and I am the founder of Tough Talk Network. And today I want to talk to you about something. Well, if you're a follower of my radio show, you know that this month's word of the month is belief. I speak to that from the acronym of G.A.M.B.L.E. Everyone knows that's my topic. And the years that I spent in the casino business. Last month was the theme of accountability. This month will be the theme of beliefs. So let me ask you. We mentioned 8 weeks into the new year on the last video that we did, the last newsletter. And we mentioned, was wondering how you're making out in your new year, being you're 8 weeks in. Well, now we're 10 weeks in. Has it changed? Have you really sat down and tried to see the difference? When we talk about beliefs, boy, I looked that up. There's a lot to it. There's the belief in God. There's the belief in yourself. There's the beliefs that you think you know. There's the beliefs that you don't know what you don't know. There's all kinds of beliefs, right? What is it in your world that allows you to understand the good, the bad, and the ugly about your belief system? Now, I know 59 in June, there's a lot of things that I used to think were right that I found out are wrong. And every day I'm finding out more things. When we come to business, it's always important to understand what's working, what's not working, what it is that we think we're doing right and what it is we're not. But what's really important as a person, and anyone trying to be successful in business has to be successful as a person. We know that, right? So let me ask you, why, if we know that, why do we get so stubborn when it comes to us adjusting to something that we think might be wrong? It seems as though it's never our fault. It seems as though it was the way we were raised, what our parents taught us, what society says, what the manual says, if there's such a manual. You know, I read the Bible and I know what the Bible says, but I still have trouble changing my beliefs. I know it's because I'm human, just like everyone out there. We have so many faults that it's hard to conquer them all. And I don't know that we'll ever be able to change our belief system 110%. Now, I'll bet there's a couple out there going, I'm pretty good. I've really gotten better in my beliefs. Yeah, but still more work to go, right? I know that I try every day just to shift my belief system a little bit. Just a little shift. I'm not saying take a drastic jump off a cliff and make something happen that you're just not ready for. But little bit of a little bit can help you shift your way through this process. Are you willing to try something? Let me ask you. We watch our children, we watch our business, we watch our relationships take a turn. And we get insulted, we get upset, we get mad, we even try to get even. But at the end of the day, whose fault was it really? Was it as much of your fault as theirs? Was it all your fault? I know one thing, the choices we make today will develop the outcome of tomorrow. So are you willing to stop, sit down, and think about what it is that you think you do right and what you do wrong? Now, you know, when I used to sit down with my children and say, should we try this? Even as a younger adult, I did this, and I still do this. I draw a T on a piece of paper, and on one side, I list the good. On the other side, I list the the bad. So it's a G and a B on the top. Get it? Okay, good and bad. But really, if the bad outweighs the good, it's kind of a sign, right? I mean, that's a no-brainer. But how about when we get stuck on stupid? When we start thinking that the good doesn't equal up to the bad, but we can make it better. I don't know. Sometimes we need to look inside of ourselves, understand what makes us who we are. Who are we and how did we get to be who we are the way we are? And if what we believe works, then why aren't things working? And if things that aren't working, is it our fault? And how can we change? I can't answer this for everyone out there, but I can guarantee you one good answer that will work for everyone listening. You have the power to change yourself, one choice at a time. You have the power to decide what's good and bad. You have the ability to sit down with someone and say, listen, I'm struggling with this. I don't know whether or not I'm really, good as what I think I am with these choices that I'm making. Do you think that my belief system is a little messed up? Let me explain to you what I think. Get someone's feedback. Now, I recommend don't use your spouse. That might start a whole new thing. Don't use your best friend because they won't tell you anything but what they think you want to hear. Sometimes you have to pay someone to hold your feet to the fire. We talked about that when you were talking about being accountable. But this month, the month of March, the symbol of belief is what we want to try to change or improve or be better at. Maybe it's the person that you do business with has a certain belief system that you don't agree with. Does it make it wrong? Does it make it right? I don't know. Do you know? Have you stopped and thought about it? Maybe they are right. Maybe you are wrong. Maybe we get hung up on, oh, I provide the best service in the world. Yeah, great. How's that working? For me, I know that I try to provide the best service in the world. I know for me, when I do that, sometimes I get a little bit scratchy about the results of that. All I know for sure is I can show up, listen, do the best I can, and detach from the outcome. But going into that situation, what is it that I'm expecting to get out of it? What is it that I believe will happen? And how did I get this idea in my head to start with? Is it with something that I wanted to make it happen because that's what I wanted? Is it something that took place because I wanted to help someone else? Am I willing to sit down and try to shift my life a little bit to change my beliefs, to improve them? Not throw them away, not stop thinking, and just improve them. So for me, I would like to ask you a couple more questions. One, have you stopped and taken a look at what you think your beliefs are and what they really are? Have you stopped and looked back on your actions? And do they add up to what your beliefs look like or you think they are? We've all said something and wished we could have taken it back, but we can't. But are you too proud in your belief to apologize? Are you too proud to take the time out to recognize your weaknesses? Are you too proud to bring someone in, even if you got to pay them, to make sure that you get better at this? Because until you improve yourself, we're just having a conversation. You're just watching a video. It's like going to a workshop, right? We go to them. We go to 2-day events, 3-day events, 1-day events, half-day events. We go to them all, right? We take notes, got a little workbooks, great. What do you do with them? Take them home, bring them on your desk, stack them up. Looks like a trophy. Do you think that, well, you're just not smart enough? Or maybe you're like most people, when you hit the fresh air, you get amnesia and you forgot what it is that you wanted to do. I don't know. Somewhere's in there is a weakness. And I guarantee you it happened from a long time ago where you didn't think you were worthy enough to be what it is that you want to be. So we can dream big. We can act big. We can do a lot of things. We can conquer anything we want. I know that because God gives me the strength I need to accomplish anything I want to challenge. If I'm willing to play big. I can play small and get it too, but what are you looking for? So take a big step today. Don't gamble with your belief system. Make sure that you sit down and have that conversation with yourself first. My name's Tony Gambone. You can find more about me at toughtalknetwork.com, TonyGambone.com. Type in Tony Gambone, Tough Talk Radio Network, Tough Talk Network. We show up everywhere. I'd like to ask one more thing of you. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for listening to this video. But I would love for you to feed back to me your response. Good, bad, or otherwise, I can take it. Because I can't improve my belief system unless I get the truth. So email me. Press reply off this email, off this newsletter, and respond to me. Find me on Facebook, hooked up with me on LinkedIn, and follow me on Twitter. My name is Tony Gambone from Tough Talk Network, and I wish you a good day. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.